first offense. Drop him after his first offense.
Most definitely leave guys when they first have you fucked up. Quick story. One time I went on a date with this guy, and we've talked and hung around each other before. We went to school together, so I knew of him. Like, it's like the child him, not as like the grown man him. So the first time we hung around, like, I've been to his place, I know where he stayed, it was just like a more of a friend thing. Like, we never had sex, we just hung around each other. So years passed, and he just resurfaced, as they always do, and was just like, I really miss the friendship we had, and I really like the woman you done grown into. I want to go on a date, blah 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 blah. So I was like, okay, cool. So he asked me, what I like to do. We decided we was gonna go, well, we went to go end up shooting pool or whatever. So he staying downtown Atlanta, and at the moment he don't have a car, which that shit don't matter to me no way, because you live downtown. Like, you can really like catch a train everywhere, which I already know. Like, I know of you, like, you already had 2 cars, so whatever situation that you going through with your cars, like, I believe it. Plus you can just ride train everywhere. So I got to the place of where we said we was gonna go, and he was like, hey, I'm coming. It's just a situation that happened on the train. I was like, really? I could come and get you? No, I don't want you come to get me. It's okay. I'll meet you there. And I was just like, okay. So, I really enjoy my own company. So at this point, I just went and started walking around some stores that was there. And I was like, well, I said I wanted something to drink. So I was like, well, shit, I'm going to get me something to drink, but I got to eat. I got to put something on my stomach before I just start drinking. So I decided to go to the place in one of the restaurants to like enjoy myself. So eventually I texted. I was like, hey, is everything okay? And he was like, man, it's a whole situation on the train. They wait for the police to come or whatever. He was like, can you come get me? And I was like, well, actually, I'm sitting down having a drink, and I decided to like order some food. So after I get done here, I will come. And I definitely enjoyed my me time. So I finished my drink. I got my food. I met him at a store or something near the train that he had got off of. So I was like, you want to drive back to where we going? Sure. So he drove back. So I'm sitting in the car waiting for him to come and open my car door. He never came. He was just kind of like standing on the sidewalk, and I'm just like, well, maybe he don't know about like opening doors for women. So I get out the car, and we had to like walk up steps, which everybody that's around me, my balance is off. So anytime I walk up steps, hell, I can be standing there like I'm probably gonna trip over. Like, my balance is really bad. So we going up the steps. He didn't even like hold his hand back or to make sure like I was okay. Like, he didn't try to assist me to make sure like I was okay. So we got to the place of where we was going up the steps, and he opened the door and he walked in, and he just kind of held it back. Like, if you didn't know we were together, you would have thought like I was just another person coming in behind him. So I'm just like, hold on now. So the path he took wasn't like a direct path. He was walking through like tables and stuff, and there was a trash can here. He didn't try to move the trash can over to the side to make sure like I didn't have to touch it or none of that. So in my mind, it's just all over the place. Cause I'm like, what the fuck? So he ended up getting the balls, and we go to the table. And at this point, I'm just trying to process, like, because all this stuff you post and how you act like you are, this is definitely not what I like. Like, this is not what I like. So he asked me, you having a good time? And I said, no. And he asked me why. I said, you don't even treat me like a lady. I don't even feel like a lady around you. And he said, what do you mean? I said, you didn't even open the door for me. Like, even when we came into place, you didn't open the door for me. He said, that man looked me straight in my face, and he said, wait, do you hear yourself? Why would I open the door for you? And my mind is just blown. I said, why wouldn't you open the door for me? I said, don't you have 3 daughters? Haven't you been married before? Like, to me, this is like a thing you should unconsciously do. Like, this should just be like a second nature thing if you are surrounded by all these little girls and you've had a wife before. So then it made me start thinking, like, how did you treat your fucking wife? He started giving me a speech about how I should not want a man to open the door for me, and about how the independence of a woman and all this stuff. And in my mind, I'm just thinking like, this is not a man for me. Because if we are having a back and forth about you opening a door for me, something as simple as open the door for me, imagine how you would treat me in a relationship. I highly doubt you would go above and beyond to like lighten the load for me, to buy me flowers, to buy me flowers, to plan a date. Like, then I instantly knew, oh no, you aren't a man for me. I like a gentleman. I like gentlemen. I like for a man to be able to show me like, you actually like me. You are into me, because I'm going to do you the same way. So, he was like, after we do pool, we can go wherever you want. I said, oh no, I'm going home. And you can do whatever you want to do. Which I wasn't mad at him, but I definitely knew like, you are not my person. Like, you for somebody, but you ain't for me. So we ended up leaving, which I done told this story to like my friends that you should have left him there. He didn't make me feel threatened. He didn't make me feel no type of way. Like, he was cool from school, so I had no reason to like, just leave him stranded, which he wouldn't have been stranded anyway, because he been living downtown Atlanta for like ever. But anyway, I took him home, and he thought we was about to do this like sit in the car and talk and get deep shit. My brother. I got out that car so damn fast, y'all. I got out the car, after I noticed like he thought we was about to sit there and talk. I got out the car and gave him a little church hug. Hey, call and let me know when you made it home. For what, sir? Because you're not going to hear from me again. When people are doing things that you do not like, don't sit around and try to teach and preach to them how you should be treated. You are going to take yourself through hell doing that. And you're going to have the biggest regret you could ever possibly think you would have once it's over and you realize, like, I should have just let that shit go. And I got another story I'm going to share about another dude.